So today we are going to go over my New Jersey Open games as I've advertised before. I hope some of you guys saw me at the tournament. And thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Sunday stream sounds great. Right, exactly. So definitely let me know throughout the stream. Sunday morning. Sunday morning is it seems like it works great for people. So yeah, I guess we should do it. And that actually sounds quite tempting. So today we're just going to review our tournament games. The New Jersey Open the New Jersey Open is one of the annual tournaments, the largest in the U.S. And throughout the year, you pretty much get 3 to 4 tournaments like, for example, the U.S. Go Congress and xhu98. Just follow. Thank you for following. If you're also new to the channel, welcome, and please also follow. So I'm very glad to see you guys here. And yeah, so it's one of the big 4 tournaments. Typically, you get Congress, the Coastal Open in LA, the New Jersey Open, and the Maryland Open in May. I'll also be going to that, so I hope you'll see you guys there. But today, I'm just going to go over my 5 rounds of games. It's what's going to happen, because these games are actually quite fun. And they're 95. Hello, welcome. How's it going? So, before this tournament, actually kind of took like 2 weeks to study Go, because I feel like despite like having streamed a lot and taught a lot, I haven't actually like studied recent Joseki that much myself, and that was what I did. I committed time to it, and especially during the AlphaGo match. And sometimes I felt like, why am I doing this? But I kept my momentum, so I worked pretty hard for it. What does Sexy Toaster say? Someone's in this one. Okay. So yeah, going into this tournament, in this game I was playing as as white, for example. My opponent is 5-dan, and she actually her name is Amy Wong, and she attended the Parago Championship just a few months ago. Someone just followed. I didn't see the alert, but hello all the same. I'm sorry for missing the alerts. But as you can see, if you are new to the channel, you can get a unique mention just like that, which means xhu98 senpai. Well, for some reason I said centipede instead of senpai. Yeah. In this game I was white, and my opponent Amy, she has improved over the months. I feel like going into this game, I had a feeling that I was probably going to be in a pretty good spot, because I kind of measured myself in between like 8G, 5-dan, and 6-dan. But I think this game I definitely made a couple of errors. So I guess we should go over the games individually. If you have any questions throughout this game, please don't be afraid to ask questions, no matter what your level is. And this is something I say on my YouTube channel as well. You don't have to worry about how much of a beginner you are, or you can join the conversation. So in this game I was white, and we basically played the most peaceful opening you will have ever seen. That is because we have, I guess we're both kind of nervous. Already into the game, I was sweating a little bit even. I don't know, because it's just like I studied this hard for like 2 weeks, and all of a sudden this is like my moment, right? This is my time. So the first 2 stones I played, I could actually see like the sweat like on it, which is kind of funny. Anyway, these are the most common Josekis one would ever wish to see. So we started pretty simple. Near and say openings, and Black just took a corner, played a very standard Joseki, And white just took a corner, placed on center Joseki too. Now, black played here because instead of playing this, it will give you a nicer sense of stone combination, because now you will have 3 stones on the third line. We're not counting the C3 stone, but I guess we'll do that. So you kind of want to mix between like stones on the third line and stones on the fourth line, because oftentimes we say that in Go, the third line is the territorial line, the fourth line is the influential line. So in order to make a good moyo, you want a combination, and in this case, black can easily just choose the D6 opening, and this is also pretty straightforward. Now, here, this was interesting. I didn't want to obviously repeat that, because that'd be kind of boring, right? Like, we'll be playing like all the same Josekis. So in the game, I actually approached. So that was an attempt to break from my opponent's plan of playing peacefully. Yeah, there was another one. So at this point, if you're also new to the channel, this is the first time you're watching me, welcome. This is xhu98. I am your host. xhu98, you can also call me xhu98, because I have 98 pairs of shoes. Doesn't matter though. If you would follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be great and awesome. So yeah, here I counterattacked. I think this was a bit of a problem, because and one of the key reasons I want to review these games and share with you guys is the fact that openings are important, and I feel like definitely in many of those games, the opening has decided the tone of the entire, or tone and flow of how the game's going to go. So here, black made a slight mistake. I think something like this, a high approach would be better. John Nucci, Sama just followed. Thank you for following. This time I saw you. So once again, stone collaboration, right? When you have a Q test stone, this is not only an extension, but it's also kind of a pincer. So you're not only helping the stone here at R14, but also really just attacking the stone at R6 as well. In this case, though, black played a lower pincer, which is surprising. And here, I was actually kind of glad, because once again, when you're choosing the Joseki, you want to think about how it's going to pan out. If I just take the corner, then this would be bad, because I simply have too many stones on the third line, as you can see. And if I have too much concentrated stuff on the bottom side, that's going to give black a chance to maybe, for example, play this. And I don't like that. So it's all about breaking your opponent's plan, really, in this case. And for example, like, black has to jump out, right? Otherwise, if he plays here, then I'm actually going to come on the way down. And that could be pretty painful. So he jumped out, but I could get this shoulder hit. Now, as you can see, the problem for black is you immediately have many stones on the third line. And it can be even more concentrated, because if I place one more stone here, then he actually cannot retaliate, because otherwise I would just push and cut. Therefore, he has to play this. And I think in the game I could have played here, actually. I wouldn't feel too bad about it. But this was also okay, I think. I played in the corner. So it's all about, that efficiency. In the opening, I felt like I was doing okay, actually, because as I'm taking this corner, I'm also fixing a weakness, which is the Q8 weakness. So even if black splits me, I'm not afraid, because I can just easily capture at Q2, or just like live on the side, for example, like S7, at any time possible. So that's a really high efficiency way of doing this. Greenlight player, hello, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. If you all are new to the channel, please don't hesitate to follow us and join our army. So I actually feel pretty good going through this opening so far. What game client is this? This is OGS, online Go server. I work for them. So yeah, it is a web-based client. And Marina, by the way, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you here. It is a website, right? That's true. So in this case, you would actually see this, right? Actually, mute that. Mute on Twitch. ouhsonlinego.com. It's awesome. I failed pronouncing your username. Wait, the question is, Glucinder, would you say disrupting your opponent's plans better than building your own in the opening? Well, I think that you have to also stay consistent to your own plan, and this is to ensure that you don't get into bits and pieces randomly on the board. I mean, the game I was jumping out, I'm kind of following my own strategy, but at the same time, I'm preventing my opponent from achieving ideal shape. So those two can actually coexist. Here, for example, I think if I played here, then first of all, it's really easy for my opponent to just attack from there. And second, they can expand the left anyway. So even if we get this like huge wall, right, seemingly huge wall on the right side, I'm not going to enclose a whole lot. So I just play here. Now it becomes a little bit awkward for black, I want to say, because if black extends, then I can actually just oops, not that. Or better, yeah, I can just play here, and then black needs to block, and then I can push and cut. So that's going to be really painful if it happens because, as you can see, black's in pieces. So I got to a really nice start, but I think here what I should have done was, instead of valuing like the small points, I should have just played like here. So I'll get some nice influence on the outside, just allow him to suffer because he's still not alive yet. So this I mean this was good for me, but I kind of wish I had to play that. So here it became crucial for me to seek some aid for the C17 stones, because if I extend here, jump there, then black's actually going to come over and sort of attack me at H17. Now, if I don't respond to that, for example, I just play some random move, he's actually going to block, or not block, but push at B17, which is way larger than its labeled value. Sometimes we say that this endgame move is 15 points, but in this case, it's actually more than 15. Like we have all, well, actually, I've told a few people that way. The reason for that is if you simply block, then black can play here, and this is what we said last time in our beginner's lecture. I hope you have remembered. So I play here. Response, yes, OGS is a dark theme, chocolate chip mint. That is right. It is very nice, isn't it? So black is going to extend from this side, and jump out. So everything is pretty normal so far, you can say. But I don't know. I don't know about this move. I think I should have just maybe reduced black on the left directly. I mean, with this move, what I wanted to achieve was to just like make sure that I'm alive on the right side. It's not a small move, but I think maybe I should have played somewhere else, maybe here as well. In the game, he missed the chance, and which could have really gotten him into a lead. Yeah, you can choose different border colors too, same for stone textures. That is right. So here, yeah, I actually could have had a few chances or she could have 2 chances. Excuse me. For example, black can play here, and that is the standard Joseki after this one. The reason for that is if you just do this, right, and then if you block, then black is actually going to kick or slash clamp, right? That's really painful for you because now white can be easily split into 2 groups. If you try to play something like, for example, here, then again, that's giving your opponent a free Panuki, right? So that would be too large of a framework. In this case, though, my opponent missed a chance. She could have played at G4 in order to secure a nice outside. I mean, she should have played at H4. So deviate from that. For example, this one. That is scary. Oh, the version after the Joseki, right? So, yeah, granite board is also possible. And so this is also going to be pretty great for black, because now he can just expand there, for example. And no matter what white does, like even if white just tries to capture those stones, you will realize that they're insignificant. So no matter what you do, I can just give stuff away, but black can have a pretty nice moyo. So in this case, she missed a chance, because this turned to be Gote for her. And I could invade this, right? So at this moment, it seems that black really wanted to kill me. From the intense moves of attacking, I can definitely tell that the war is on. Oh, 50 people here, very nice. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to follow us. And very good to see you guys here. So, black capped and tried to kill. This was very aggressive, obviously. And right, life was wreck. Oh, just got carried away for a second. So yeah, black is trying to kill me, but I think what the better approach should be is that maybe just like crawl one more and first of all get this bottom, because no matter what, it'd be hard for me to easily settle. Or maybe play here. That's a slightly better strategy, because now black is more solid. Now in this case, it seems like black's in a tough spot, because white can now easily connect. I wonder if I should play this, because that would be simple, right? It turns out that would be pretty great. So if I get connected, right, look at what black has left, right? In this case, white has a top right corner, white has a top left corner, sort of. White has a bottom left, white has a bottom right. But if black is destroyed, obviously that won't be acceptable. So black is trying at the hardest to capture this. But maybe this was played too quickly. Frankly, I didn't expect this. It should have still worked. This was a nice move by black, though. Keep in mind that black really wants to get, for example, something like this, or this one. But that is built on an assumption that white will not easily cut black at f14. Because otherwise, if this cut works, then this would be disastrous for black, because she herself is not alive. Let's go for wait, what? So yeah, black shoulder hits and I blocked. Black trying to get Sente. I didn't want to give her that easily, because if I blocked, right, so she can play here. And then this is not Sente anymore, where it actually doesn't even work anymore. So we don't want that. With this, you actually still have this possibility of a cut at f14. So even though it's not that obvious, it is possible. So black plays here. So yeah, black is finding it really hard to kill, and in this case, white just wanted to get some ice shape. Maybe I lacked a bit of a sense of urgency here because I never thought that this white group would die. And that is one of the recurring thoughts I have, and I think I underestimated the power of black's attacking. Oh, that's Kona Moyo. It's MOYO. So, yeah. I mean, in this case, if white lives easily, right? Then black doesn't have enough territory. So what black really wanted to do was to kill me, and I don't think I realized the severity of that attack yet. So I played here. This obviously was a probing move, because if he blocks, then we have some shenanigans over here. That could be put into work. For example, like that. I suspect this works. So no matter what, there'll be some group to be some group we can capture. It's either the top left group or the central stones at F11, because I can cut anytime when it's possible. I guess in this case, it's a little bit better to cut right now, so that you don't miss it out. So this would still work for white, which is why black in the game only played here, allowing white to connect. So white connects there. And black really still wanted to take white's eyes away, which is a bit surprising to me. And like I said before, I never thought this group could die. It does live an end. But here, I think there's a bit of a mistake, because I should have just let that go. Maybe just escape in the center or jump out. Because when I was trying to threaten black's life, black actually could use these stones to make life. And that was something I didn't expect, because now I'm reading at the board. I'm reading the board position. I just realized that this could work for black, right? So no matter what you do now, if you play here, black can play here. If you play here, black can play here. So it doesn't matter. And that got me a little bit concerned, because I wanted to make sure that my group doesn't die. So I won't lose the game, because the first game I wanted to win. Everyone was doing the first game, kind of gives a good, nice momentum. So I counted the 2 stones, but black also got some sente. So in this case, the real key is to get sente all the time, so you can keep yourself in the driving seat. Hair. That phone. There it is. So he got some sente endgame moves. So I had to live this. At the time, I was fairly convinced that I was going to die if I didn't play this move. In retrospect, maybe I should have played here to just strengthen my group, because even if I do that, black might be able to pose a threat to this, but still not enough. So no matter what black does, White always has this much eye space. And usually it's hard to kill when you have a stone already captured at d4. What do you think the score is? Well, I think in the game I counted that I had plenty of territory overall, and I just thought that there was no way Black was going to win if she didn't make a large moat in the center. But that quickly changed. So I lived in Gote, and I underestimated the importance of this move because when I play here, I think the ordinary move is just J11. So if he connects, I can actually live this right without making him create such a moil, a huge moil on the in the center. But now this actually doesn't work because when I play this, I didn't realize that my group will be dead in this case because already seemingly dead. Black has actually puffed out all the white second knight options, so I had to play here now. And that kind of stinks because I know that he can make a large moat in the center. So K14 is still Gote, but I had to play it. Because otherwise Black can punish white by not this one. By saying, you know what? I can still kill you. By the way, if you're new to the channel, please feel free to follow and subscribe. Welcome, guys. This is Fridays with xhu98. I'm so sleepy for some reason. Maybe it's because of food. So, in this case, Black attached, which is a very nice move. And all of a sudden, Black got a huge moyo. In this case, it was very hard for me to reduce this because it's already almost like entirely enclosed. Could Black have cut off your xhu98 to 11 stones? Vazan 192 just follow. Thank you for following. Yes, Black could have cut off my stones, but in this case, it is not very instrumental to, for example, the moat in the center, because even though you can still kill those 3 stones, they're just only a matter of points. Anyway, so if you can secure a large area, don't let people spill into your territory, and I think that's what's important. In this case, Black didn't let white reduce him. But now we immediately raise a concern because I could play at 011 and Black had to answer. Would 5J have helped anything? Well, not really, because in this case, you play here. It just goes on and on. Black can definitely handle that. If white cuts, Black can just throw the stones down the drain. So that doesn't work. So now we have a code, and it's a bit surprising to me that we had to arrive at this. But at the moment, I counted that it wouldn't be enough, or at least it just felt kind of bad. So my mentality, even though I was still like kind of the same level skilled player, changed what I thought. I mean, that is obviously something Alvaro doesn't do, right? But still. Black put here, put here. So now black can cut. So this code will be crucial to the outcome of this game because imagine if black takes all of that, right? Then all that central one will be his. But if white takes the black 5 stones, then black will be utterly destroyed with its most pronounced area of territory. So yeah. In this case, black was looking for first response to the code. Obviously, I think this was a code that white had to respond to, so I would recommend that. But here, I actually missed the chance too because he played here. Well, actually, she played here. So this is a huge code that I turned to cut out my right side group, of course. I think at this very moment I should have just played here, and then that'll be a trade. Now we see how powerful the Q2 stone is, because after we do this kind of trading, white's corner is still alive. So in this case, I can actually go in there and attack black's weak groups. So you can't really gain everything from like a local situation, right? Because if you're gonna lose those bunch of stones in the center, you better get something back from the top side. So blocked. I thought there were more code threats too, because I felt like that top left group is not entirely alive, but as a result, when I played up here, right, not only did I lose my code threats, but I also lose my points, because black can now block at 8-11 for free in the movie. Wait, what in movie? What? Well, I was thinking about some movie. I think it was Batman vs Superman. Oh no! Shit! The robots have possessed my mind. I think I was reading to some sort of Carnago situation. Anyway, what am I even talking about? Because black can block here, and it turns out to be not just a pro move, not a pro move, but not even a good move. That was what I was trying to get at. I think definitely there was something. Yes. Or it's probably because from what I'm drinking. So I lost some points there. I didn't kill. And obviously that was kind of disappointing because I knew that I couldn't really like go back in time and say like, oh hey, I'm gonna take like the N14 stone, right? So that was a bit of a shame. Now I realized that I could have just played here, and but I just thought that the co-fighting would still be very difficult for me. But maybe I had chances. For example, I could play something like this, as long as he obviously won't be as great. Like anything left is not as great. So I felt pretty bad. Because even this happens, like even if you can get those, black is still going to kill most of the white stones in the center. And in that case, even though you can get like a nice small reduction, it's not enough. So black killed that. Naturally, I thought, well, the game must be over, right? Because I was losing by some margin. I tried to make it back, but what shocked me at the end of the game was this. So this was all end game, and what I played here was a probing move because I fully expected black to just play here because I thought she couldn't play at d5, but black made a mistake. In this case, if you read the entire situation out, then you realize that white can actually kill the entire corner. Pair in front of me. Ah. So in this case, black's corner is actually dead because if you read this out, then white can actually go ahead and start filling the liberties. Black has 2, white has 3. So, and in this case, black had to fix her weakness at j5 because after that corner is dead, the entire group here at f6 will be also dead without a connection. So there was also that. So that was how the game ended. Any questions so far? That was my first game.